SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello there. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I'm pretty sure I wrapped up all the side content I wanted to take care of last time. Well, by side content, I mean people I wanted to check in with and complain about my wound to. Which means that all we got left to do here... Oh, I should actually have a look at these, shouldn't I? I don't think I actually read these tasks. Since I'm not going to do this one, probably, why don't we go ahead and read it anyway? Light the graffito on fire with a burning cigarette. What it says on the can. Fair. And go to the island. Go to the islet in the bay. There could be a boat in the fishing village on the coast. Ask there. Okay, well, I can do that. Also, I'm keeping half an eye on the fact that my skill points are this overloaded. It occurs to me that I've been saving these up in case I need them in a pinch, right? But, like, unless it's a white check, I'm not going to have a chance to deploy them, you know? In the thing on day 7, where 8 people died because of the choices I made, I had to go in with the stats I had, and I had no opportunity to change anything because they were all red checks. Everything was so urgent and so immediate that there was nothing I could do about it. So I suppose it might be worth my while to consider spending skill points before going into things. It's just a question of what to spend it on, you know? I have to at least bear halfway in mind that while I don't have much interest in what authority describes itself as, intimidating the public and asserting yourself, so far the only 2 times it has come up have been when I need to assert my rank over Kim, which honestly feels like it should be an esprit de corps thing, but maybe that's just more like understanding how Kim thinks rather than getting Kim to do things that I want him to do. Still, it feels like I should be able to use a stat besides authority on Kim. It feels like I shouldn't have to pull a rank in order to get him to, you know, consider my suggestions. And generally speaking, I don't need to pull rank for that. It's just comes up weirdly, in a weirdly important scenario. It's like, I don't even want to think about what would have happened if I'd failed that second authority check when Kim was about to get shot. Anyway, enough chatter out of me. Let's go talk to Lillian. I can probably warp there, right? Probably. Okay. Well, then here we go. Hello there.
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
It occurs to me I'm still supposed to be walking rather than running, aren't I? I just was sort of autopilot running. I hope I'm okay. That's probably going to keep happening, I suppose. I should, just as for full disclosure, I'm exceedingly sleep-deprived for this episode, which, again, happens not too uncommonly during this series and seems entirely in character, so it's probably fine. But anyway, you were saying, Lillian, about limping? Yes, continue.
You're not limping. You're you.
Is this a hello, hungry, I'm dead conceptualization joke? I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. I'm a cop. I don't merely exist in this world. I live in the between life and death. Some people hurt me. I wanted to talk to you about something else, your boat. In the foot? I got shot in the thigh. It's not exactly getting shot in the foot. Some people... Okay, listen. This is stupid. Now, admittedly, I've said stupid things to people before, but I don't know. I feel like... I don't like that particular sort of vibe in this particular interaction. I don't know. And I also didn't get shot in the foot, so I guess just some people hurt me. Some people hurt me. Very descriptive. But the other options are stupid. I'm sorry.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
She's not letting it go that easy. I don't blame you, but my options were stupid. Sorry, continue.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. Is that so? Right. He mentioned that the rifleman didn't actually... Well, wait a second. Now I'm getting confused. I feel like when we were going over what happened, we mentioned that we sent back the bodies of all 3 of the mercenaries. But then at another time, he described that the rifleman got sent to the hospital because he got shot in the face and didn't die instantly from it. I don't know what to think anymore. He also said that 7 people died when 8 people died. So I don't... Listen, Kim also killed someone recently and got punched in the face with a gun. So, like, it's understandable he might get his facts confused. It's fine. Anyway, I'm not going to say that because I don't feel good about killing people. Like, admittedly, they didn't leave me a whole lot of other choices here. But I'm not going to brag about it. All my options were here were stupid, Lily, and I'm sorry. I would have liked to have a better conversation with you, but I didn't have the option. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island. Point to it. Why is the other option still here? Obviously, I don't need to talk to you about my sunken car. We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
She points to her skiff next to the jetty. Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection. What's on that island? Borrow your boat seems to suggest that we're going to just take it and go take off in it, and I suspect that's stupid. I don't know if either one of us knows anything about sailing a boat, so we should probably just be asking you to drive. I'm not sure what me getting a bacterial infection, maybe it's just because it's bad timing for me. I mean, maybe it's good timing, though. Probably getting rain and snow in an infected wound is not a great thing. I'm going to say it. I'm not sure where I'm going with it.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
What about Kim? He's right there. Anyway, continue.
That's cool. You boasting your bacterial infection like that.
Shut up, physical instrument. I'm sorry. What's on the island? Why is this line not spoken? Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steer clear of it. Fair enough, it seems. If there's just a gun there, why would you bother stopping by? Continue.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
Let's go. You know, I'm skipping a whole lot of options here because they are stupid. And this one is also stupid, but this one's less stupid, so let's go ahead and say it. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow. And no drinking on the boat.
I'm dry right now.
No joyriding either.
Her eyes narrow. Okay, got it. Continue.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Extremely official. Continue.
Aye.
She nods. Nod along attentively. What if I want to rock? We're not rocking in her boat, okay? We're literally not rocking the boat. Not along.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
She's having to, like, herd me like a child, and I guess that's understandable under the circumstances. Let's see. You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not you? Is there anything I should know about getting there? Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then. Okay, so who has?
My husband used to drink there.
Really?
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
Continue.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
I guess that tracks. Sure. Continue.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
I assume you mean your kids, but also she looks around. Which kids? I was responding to my own question because I was reading ahead. But I assume we're talking about her twins, but maybe she's talking about Kuno. Come to think on it, very well might be Kuno. Which kids?
The twins.
Right.
God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. She points to the 2 kids playing on the concrete yard. Yes, indeed. Ask Lillian's twins about the island. Sure, not a terrible idea, I guess. I don't know what information they can possibly provide, but if they've been there, it's more than nothing. Continue.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Thank you for asking, Kim. That is important. Continue.
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
Fair enough. She looks at the boys. Is there anything else I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Gotcha. Okay, continue.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, interfacing is on it. All right. From the south. I'm kind of hoping that when we get to the boat, it's not something that I have control over, because I'm going to be dreadfully compelled to explore anywhere I can if I can go anywhere I want. And I would rather it would just be like, okay, now you go to the island and you don't mess around, so that I don't have the opportunity to ruin the boat accidentally. Okay, thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
I've got $45.45. If you want compensation for fuel, you got it. Did I say she nods? She nods. Anyway, be seeing you. Let's look at this new task I've got. Ask Lillian's twins about the island. Lillian mentioned they might have been there on a raft. The twins are on the concrete yard in the middle of the village. They sure are. Okay, let's go check it out. I'm gonna risk running around a little bit, and we'll see if I take some physical damage from being so foolhardy with my leg. It looks like I might be fine, in which case I really didn't need to walk around nearly so much last time. I wonder. Anyway, hello, twins.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
That does seem to be the standard modus operandi for these two. Okay, kids, you've been to that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there. No, some other island. Of course, that one. Don't be snippy with 4-year-olds. That one.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
It's nothing, but it's great. The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth. Sure, continue.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
You can make fire? How do you know how to make a fire? The other one butts in, by the way. Continue?
Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
His brother nods. You made a fire out of bullets, and they're empty bullets, but what if you got a real one in there? How would you know if you got a real one in there? I guess you would know because it exploded. I hope you don't get a real one in there. Continue?
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
Wait, you mean shells? What then? Not in agreement. There's a wait option. Let's go ahead and clarify.
I don't know what those are.
So what then?
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
The fire guy? So basically they get reports of a fire on the island and that they have to send the fire squad, like the fire department, out to stop you? Continue?
Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy.
Why do my nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy? Continue?
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island. You mentioned something about lights. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? Someone lives on the island?
No.
The boy answers, shaking his head vehemently. Continue?
Yes.
His brother looks at him, then at you. Continue?
Let's go with yes.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Why is he the fire guy?
Because
The boy pauses to think. Continue.
he asks to put the fire out.
The other explains. Well, fair enough. So he's not the fire department. He's just some guy who's like, hey, stop lighting the island on fire. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
I'm gonna continue.
Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his sides like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights?
I don't know.
Starts one of them. It's hard to tell which one now. It says right there it's Lillian's twin. It's the one over here. The portrait is the same, but I assume it's the one on the left facing right, because the portrait is on the left facing right. Continue.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
He points to the street light. Continue.
Yes.
The boy looks at his toes. He lost track of what he was thinking about. He doesn't know what the source is, so he's just kind of going along with what we're saying. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think.
Continue.
No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
The other nods. Okay. So both times you've been there and lit fires, that guy has shown up. If he doesn't live there, he's at least nearby. Continue.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion. He isn't there sometimes. Is it specifically when you're not building fires? Continue.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
Continue.
I don't know.
They say almost in unison. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
I see. Okay. But there's somebody there who shouts at you. Okay. Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he? I see no reason not to ask.
Our father killed himself.
Continue.
Don't say that. He didn't.
His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. Your father did not kill himself. He killed himself, all right. Say nothing. Which boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying? The one who got punched, or the one who says, don't stay that? He got drunk, went out in his boat, and died at sea, right? So it may have been a suicide, or it may have been an accident, or... He killed himself, all right, is the, alcoholism will do that to you option, I'm pretty sure. Say nothing, you stand by and just let the kid squabble. I think I'm going to say your father did not kill himself, even though I don't really know what I'm talking about. Might just make things worse, but I feel like this one definitely will. Okay.
I don't know.
The boy who made the claim finds himself unsure of it. He looks around. Continue.
Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The other watches him, brows knitted. It doesn't have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy. So when you're saying that, you're saying it to your twin, despite the fact that I'm the one who brought it up. Because I asked if he used to go to that island. Anyway, continue.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Maybe when he says you, he meant me, and he was right. Okay, sure. Fair enough, logic. Unless they are connected, because I tend to have a weird sense about these sort of things. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes, it's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Continue.
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
The lieutenant looks at you. Okay, all right. Bye, kids. Take care. I just got another skill point. I now have 5 of them. Okay. That's a lot. It's a lot of skill points, but my thoughts that I have left are not only money-based, but also empathy-damaging. So I'm really not that excited about following them. My empathy is good these days, mind you. My empathy is quite decent for me. 8 overall. It's not my highest stat, but it's pretty close. Wow, I don't have that many stats that are higher than it. My rhetoric is through the friggin' roof. This is ridiculous. I guess I did have to spend 3 skill points on it. And I have +2 from thoughts, but... Man, no wonder my rhetoric is speaking up all the time. I just pumped the heck out of it and didn't even really realize what I was doing. Hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. Inland Empire's only at 5 right now, but I can boost that up with my equipment. Give me a second to just think about this. Maybe I should swap out some thoughts, right? I mean, Insulindian Miracle is still useless. Okay. Because I have so many skill points and because I'm really unsure where to put them in terms of my stats, where it's going to be helpful, because I'm just boggled by the selection, as has always been the case, I'm afraid. I'm going to do the thing I said I was going to do. I'm going to get rid of the Insulindian Miracle, and I'm going to start thinking about Bankruptcy Sequence. I don't know what kind of time frame we're talking here, that I'll have 5 hours and 15 minutes to think about it, but maybe I will. Kim said a day or 2, so it's quite possible that there's more than a day worth of stuff left going on here. So instead of just debating about it mentally, internally forever, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Okay, we get rid of the Insulindian Miracle. And we start thinking about Bankruptcy Sequence. Lowers my empathy by 1, but honestly, my empathy is great. So I'm all right with it. I'm all right with it. It's going to be fine. We're going to be just fine. Okay. Do we check in with Lillian once before leaving, since we did talk to her kids? Probably nothing will have changed, but let's go ahead and check in. Hello.
Be careful out there.
Okay.
Sea's calm as death, but still. There are ruins underwater. You can scrape the paint. Or worse.
Yeah, presumably yes. The sea is always dangerous. Oh, she's already got it set out in the... Yeah, okay. Convenient. All right, well, let me just hop on in there, I guess.
With a small steering engine in the back, floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Continue.
The boat's belly is a shiny yellow color, industrial paint over fresh tar. You see it reflects off the water, along with the factory number, A72.
Continue.
Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Is this another point of no return? Continue.
Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts?
This is another point of no return. Continue.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. Get in and ride to the island. I'm not ready yet. Leave. Okay. Apparently I should think real hard about this. I'm not ready yet. Okay. Is there anything else I need to deal with? I talked to everybody last time. There shouldn't be anything else. I could technically go buy cigarettes and light the graffito on fire, but I don't feel like that would be productive. And it would be kind of out of character for me, both in the smoking and in the starting fires for no reason senses. I didn't shut it down immediately, and maybe that was a mistake. But listen, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Hand-eye coordination was the one that responded when she gave me instructions on how to steer the ship. So perhaps I need to make sure I'm up to snuff on hand-eye coordination. Or was it interfacing? It might have been interfacing. I feel like both of them spoke up. Let's prepare for as if hand-eye coordination is going to matter. It may be the hand-eye coordination is just the gun stat, in which case it shouldn't matter, but let's just be absolutely certain. I think I'm in good shape. Let me, instead of my composure pants, let me wear my savoir-faire and physical instrument pants. I don't know if that's a good call. Composure on a boat is probably important, and my composure is kind of garbage. Wait a second, my composure is kind of garbage. Should I? You might be overthinking this. 5 is not terrible, honestly. You've got way worse stats. Of course, most of my stats that are worse than that I don't care about. Electrochemistry can, you know, go jump off a cliff, basically. And Half-Light, basically the same. Pain threshold, I wonder if it'd be worth pointing more into that. I'm not good at taking pain. I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of stats you could just spend it on and it wouldn't be worth anything. This is why I haven't been spending it on skills unless I'm trying to do white checks, but I don't know if I'm playing the game right. There's not really a right way to play the game, though, so it's probably fine. Maybe that's the thing to do. Wear the reaction speed pants? Nobody can see them. They look silly, but nobody can see them underneath my pinball maker jacket, so it's probably fine. I should keep at least a little empathy clothing on. I don't know how much my empathy is going to matter here, but apparently there's going to be a fire guy, so that might come up. Empathy's down to 6 because I took off my shoes. Okay. I think this is going to be fine. In the event that I might die, because, you know, you can always die at sea, I'm going to go ahead and have that quick save ready.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Continue.
Once you get in, that's it. Have you made all... Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
I feel like this is a fairly innocent joke. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. It's probably fine to say that. I mean, we're not going to party. We mentioned specifically we're not going to party, but, like... Maybe he's not gonna think it's funny. I don't know, but I'm like this. It's fine.
What?
What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island? You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself. Say nothing. Okay. Say nothing.
Fine. Why not?
He shrugs.
Very cool. Now tune it to Sad FM. You know you want to.
Okay, continue.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Okay. Should I pursue that? Like, there is technically an option in that conversation to talk about Sad FM. Should I bring it up? He already agreed to it, but
What?
how else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM then.
He gives you a resigned shrug.
Sad FM.
Right.
is a radio
Get in right to the
station
island. I didn't equip the boombox. Am I not going to be able to do the thing? Oh, I'm doing the thing! Oh, I am doing the thing! And also standing dangerously in the front. I am not a responsible boater whatsoever.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last Want to be free. Eternally.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Okay, observations. Number one. That was a version with lyrics of the music that plays in your room. At the very least in the shack. I don't remember if it plays in your room in the whirling as well. I feel like maybe it doesn't. But it's absolutely the same track. Were they saying "Run, baby boy"? I have a hard time understanding lyrics sometimes. And I couldn't quite understand. I think they were saying "Run, baby boy." Disco Inferno, of course. Also, it's a good thing that Kim was good at this, because if he had nudged absolutely anything, I would have just fallen directly in the ocean. But it worked out. We're here. Rue A72 motor skiff. Continue.
In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Well, I guess we're not arriving in secret. If there is somebody here, they know we're here. Continue.
There is very little wind here today. The ghost is standing still. You look at your arms, then the cliffs above you.
I'm outside of the influence of the city, am I? Or at least, for the moment, shivers can't help me much? Continue.
Let's go.
He whispers. Climb out. Okay. All right. Turns out I didn't need to make any checks for the boating thing because Kim had it unlocked, but all right. So there might be someone here, and they're probably our murderer. So what do we do? Perception seems probably important. Perception seems important. I've got boots for that. Is it actually better than reaction speed, hand-eye coordination? For the moment, I think so, yes. I do think so, yes. Okay. Reaction speed. I'm not in the middle of a crisis right now, so composure versus savoir-faire physical instrument. It's really hard to say. Savoir-faire and physical instrument both have to do with, like, physical challenges, so I'll probably have some time to think about it before either of those comes up. Composure... My composure isn't great. Let's go with composure for now. Gloves, good. Yes. Okay. I think this is gonna be fine. Hang on. Empathy, hand-eye coordination. We're not shooting anybody yet. Okay. I'm gonna throw this on. Because Esprit de Corps and Shivers both seem valuable here. Particularly if the wind is low, I may not have much chance to make Shivers checks. So if there are any, they're probably going to be difficult. That last one was challenging, you know? 8. Okay. Do we... I trust Shivers more than I trust Inland Empire, but is it worthwhile to just throw a skill point in each? I wonder if that might not be a terrible idea. My Inland Empire is not very high, and admittedly its advice is exceedingly hit or miss, but... I mean, it's the power of my imagination, right? I don't know if that's necessarily going to be useful in a place like this. No, it's fine. You've made it this far with what you got. You'll be all right. Let's have a look at my task. My task is gone. It's done. I'm on the island. It's done. Okay. Well then, let's start seeing what we can see then. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. This? The rusted chain trails off into the ocean.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
That makes sense. Point to it. This leads to the depot on Land's End. In Land's End.
Ah, yes. So it seems.
The lieutenant looks at the mechanism overhead. What do you think it was used for?
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
I suppose that's true. Continue.
As a defensive measure, lock it off that side of the bay.
Right, yes. Lock it off. Lock it from whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Yeah, that all tracks. We could possibly use it again if we start getting invaded by sea, but I don't know how much good it's going to do us. Finished thought? Okay. All right. Check the coast first. It doesn't look like there's much of any place to go down here, but let me just have a look around. Yeah, this is all impassable. What about down here? Can I even go there? I can. Okay, there's a rock. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. Okay. I don't think I would know a 50-year-old tire if I looked at one. And this is all, I can't click to go here, so this is nothing. This is just fine. It occurs to me there's probably, given that Lillian's husband used to come here to drink with his friends, there's probably going to be tear I could collect. Whoop, whoop, whoop. These stairs feel ancient. Soldiers' feet ran up them long ago. There's probably terror here I could collect, but it probably doesn't matter that much. If I get a spare moment, maybe, but it's probably not a huge priority. Okay, let's check out that shack right over there first. Provided I don't get shot. Because ostensibly there may be a sniper here after all. Attention! Inflammable! There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. I don't know what mazout is. What's this? Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black. Viscous. Okay. Be very careful around that then. This is a high explosive hazard. I could see that going very poorly down the line. Okay, we got a bunker of some sort.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
All right, what is that flutter?
The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away. 102, 105.
Underneath the flutter?
On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline. Long dried leaves chafing against each other.
Continue.
Like a silent orchestra tuning at the beginning of some major work.
Continue.
Of great importance to the few who attend.
We're having a shivers moment, it seems. To the west, to the east, ahead, beyond that further north. Kim, open your eyes, stop listening. To the west.
A silent hiss. Sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
All right, to the east.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
My hearing is ridiculously good. Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
With a lot of places to hide in it, no doubt. Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless.
It's too silent. Below the silence?
Col de Mamadakwa.
Really? Really? I'm hearing it again? Continue.
We are way out now. Way out in the west.
Way out in the west. Continue.
No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Says logic. Well, logic would say that, I suppose. Kim,
Yes?
continue.
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away. Pain shoots up your right foot and into your groin.
And that's what I get for not putting a point in pain threshold. I thought about it, but I thought about putting it into a whole bunch of stuff, so it's not really saying much. It's pretty silent on this island. Have you noticed how quiet it is? It's really fucking silent on this island. I'm doing it.
It is. Is that why we are stopping?
Wait, I have to listen for one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
There was nothing else I needed to listen to. If I could get out of this conversation, increase my pain threshold, and come back in, that'd be one thing, but I cannot do... Wait. I can do that. And taking less pain from things is not a bad thing, and I have 4 skill points, so I have the leeway to do dumb things like this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it! Accept changes and clothes. Kim.
Yes?
I don't get to make the check again. Have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
Sorry, let's move. Fine. Fine, I guess. Fine, I guess. 3 skill points left, huh? Well, then the other stat that I've been thinking that maybe I should put one into is Inland Empire. Because I'm making my Inland Empire checks, but only just barely. Wait a second. Hand-eye coordination is only at a 3. I've got an extra +2 for shooting guys in full armor, but... I can't really afford it, can I? I can't really afford it. I can't really warm air from the inside of the building. It's warmer there than out here. Okay. Alright. Look at this. What's this? This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks on it. In it. There's a passageway that leads out that way, but I can't reach it from here. What's this? No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Okay. Alright. And I can't get over here. And I can't look at that over there, because I don't have a good way to access it from... Whoop.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the ICM? RCM. It sounds like RCM, Revachol Citizens Militia. A white star. Point to the star on the label. Are those specs stars, too? Looks old. What's it still doing here? Let's just ask him. He probably knows.
Insulindian Citizens Militia. It's
Right.
the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the Revolution.
Continue.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM? It sounds like RCM, Revachol Citizens Militia.
It does.
Why?
The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May?
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
He looks towards the darkened doorway. Continue.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
I'm sure they do, Rhetoric. Continue.
It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch is making you pant.
I guess I just failed that by 1. If I used some drugs to heal myself, I would have made that check. There. How about now? It's too late. I already failed the check. What I'm hearing is we descend from the glorious revolutionary armor. It's a little embarrassing in 51, no? Maybe we need a rebrand? ICM sounds like ICP. Very close to the International Collaboration Police. Nice and normal that way. Just catch your breath. So this is communist. This sounds like ultra-liberal. This sounds like probably moralism. And I'm guessing that if I had the endurance to make this particular check, I would have had a fascist option as well. Is that where we're going with it? International Collaboration Police. Nice and normal that way. What does that have to do with anything? ICM is the communist army. I don't understand where I'm going with this. But I also don't like the other options very much, so let's see what he says.
That's just a coincidence, officer. The Co-Mail was founded in 32.
He bows to inspect the barrel. Okay, I just want to check real quick to see if Endurance actually can get his thoughts straight now that I'm healed up a little bit.
It does.
Why?
The RCM,
May?
it's impossible to do.
Nice political thoughts rush through your neocortex.
Just catch your breath then.
This is better preserved than the others. You can still read the sign.
He bows to inspect that barrel again. A white star. Point to the star on the label.
No, an upside-down star.
He looks at it. Continue.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Got it. Are those specs stars too?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
Uninhabited archipelago. This place before we got here? Continue.
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
The face in the sea. So basically, yes. Looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter.
He thinks. Continue.
One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
That's a good point. It was leaking fuel at a pretty good clip, too. Why would it be leaking at that rate after 44 years, I wonder? Must have been damaged recently. Finished thought. All right. Well, what we just had there was one of those phenomenons where if I revisit a place where I had a little circle thought, I get a more advanced thought about it. That's a little concerning, given that I don't know how much revisiting of the territory I just was in I'm going to wind up doing, but that's probably fine. Let's just get in there. Oh, it's dark. Okay. Okay. I can probably afford to use my flashlight here. What's that? Oh, I see. I'm on a walkway. I gotta go this way before I can go down. Okay. What's this? This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Okay. What's this? Careful. These stairs have collapsed. They have. And I cannot go down them. It says to be careful. I was not careful just now, but it worked out, fortunately for me. Books, chair, bed. Someone lives here. Is that a picture of Krasmazov? Makes sense because this was a communist bunker. Okay. What's this?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right.
Continue.
The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
When I first read this, I thought he meant the barrel of his gun, which doesn't make sense. Continue.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Fair point. He concludes, by the way. Continue.
Wait, haven't you heard this before?
Where do these wires lead? What kind of generator is this? Tap on the side. What does this mean, a generator here? The wiring has been repaired. Are we talking about what I did in the... why can I never think of moralism when I want to? The moralism quest. The thing that Noid helped me out with wiring from my car? Is that what we're talking about, Inland Empire? Where do these wires lead? Let's start here.
Downstairs, somewhere?
He looks at the wall socket. What kind of generator is this?
Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo, and that is what was just outside, so that would make sense. Continue.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter.
Fair. Continue.
The lieutenant pauses. Something seems to be pecking at the edge of his concentration. He gives you a sideways look before adding,
Continue.
Long and cold.
Yeah, continue.
"There's no time to dwell on this moment. You've got to keep moving."
Okay. Do you mean I shouldn't keep looking at this generator? That's what Kim is thinking. What does it mean here, a generator?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
No, I mean like somebody's using it. I'm not talking philosophically. Continue.
That is his idea of a joke.
Oh, sorry. What does this mean? Right, sure. I am. This generator proves the universe is material. Kick the generator. I meant, why is it here? Say nothing. So here's the thing. This is following up on his joke, which is supportive, but also I'm going to kick the generator, which might hurt me and certainly might alert somebody to our presence here. I want to back Kim up. He doesn't often tell jokes to me. But I'm worried. Bonk. I'm okay. Was that my shot leg?
A small agony. Minuscule bones may have fractured, but it proves the point.
Succeeded by one. That skill point I put in there just saved me from damage. Ouch. Grab your wounded toe.
He nods approvingly. He even smiles.
And it was all worth it. I meant, why was it here?
Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
Does seem likely. Continue.
The wind outside picks up suddenly with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Tap on the side.
A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
It's empty. So it's currently not running. I mean, I guess we can probably tell that since it's not making any noise. But I know where to get more fuel if we need it. Do we need it? I wonder. Leave. Okay. All right. Keep looking. Keep exploring. Gun! Gun! We'll get to gun in a second. What's this? Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. What's this? Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. What's this?
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Continue.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
The lieutenant inspects the bed. How recently? Do you think whoever slept here is... There are signs that someone lives here. Is this the event that's going to get whoever it is that lives here to show up all of a sudden? All of these end in ... which suggests I'm going to get interrupted. Do you think whoever slept here is...
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
Why is my pain so bad? Continue.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour, go to sleep. No time to rest now, leave. Can I do it in a minute after I inspect the room?
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
Got it. Continue.
You don't have to be a hero.
Yeah, okay, got it. But there might be someone here is the thing, so I want to at least inspect the room before doing anything stupid. Okay. What's this? Fallen Arrower shirt, +1 hand-eye coordination. Nice. More Fallen gear. I've got basically a full outfit at this point, don't I? Okay, Fallen Arrower shirt. This Fallen training shirt has seen one wash too many. It retains its unusual design, one sleeve short, the other long, but little of its original colors. A giant F swooshes across its chest, now in gray. +1 hand-eye coordination. Sleeveless aim. I thought I was going to say arm, because I can't read, apparently. Okay. It's a shooting shirt. Got it. All right. Well, let's inspect this stuff by the... What books?
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Okay, sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures.
Animal Adventures? Can I have it? Continue.
Popular depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive?
Okay, continue.
Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Continue.
Someone's made themselves a home.
The lieutenant inspects the softcover. Conceptualization, heroic 15. Does anything stand out as unusual? Okay, well, I have conceptualization gear, so leave for the moment. Conceptualization gear, you say? Okay, +2 is better than nothing. Let's have
Soft
another
covers,
look.
serialized
72%.
fantastique and detective stories. Animal Adventures, a magazine for electrical engineering, and an international thriller.
Okay, so I
Also,
don't...
light erotica and some historical novels from the century past.
I really feel like if you open up your skill menu while he's talking, he should probably get the hint and the shoosh. But okay, he didn't. 72 is as high as I can get it without spending skill points, so let's just take a shot at it.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly light reading.
Look, Kim, powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful. Look, Kim, deranged commie ranting. Look, Kim, downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done. Look, Kim, a book, left wing. I have no comments, do you? So, communist, fascist, liberal, probably. And then this will be the middle ground, as always. Listen, Kim's a moralist, right? Maybe, like, any of these are just too opinionated to be interesting to me. I'm sorry. I know it's boring to take the boring option, but they all just, like, sit down for a second. Anyway, I have no particular comments, Kim.
Yeah. Humanitarian sciences stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in Ravachol West anymore.
He enunciates the word diligently. Continue.
Your incendiary remark has failed to provoke him.
It wasn't a very incendiary remark. Anyway, continue.
Wasn't there some in the communist student's room?
A student in the apartment building seemed to have some as well. Keep it to yourself. No, we share.
Well, yes. That one student did.
He did. Continue.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
But I had to make a check in order to notice them, so there's something here. Critical theory books. What do you think this means?
Again, I am not a philosopher, but whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Right. Continue.
Interesting.
Okay. Neat. Thanks. Guess that's that then. Okay, I'm gonna look at the gun last. What's this? A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. All right, and there's the thing over here, which I apparently can take. It is Army Surplus Winter Scarf. +2 empathy, -1 composure. +2 empathy, -1 composure. Interesting. This towy old scarf itches when wrapped around the neck. It has humanitarian aid written all over it, yet you know the thousands all over the Isla are suffering the same fate as you, the fate of uncomfortable army surplus scarves. +2 empathy, plight of the underclass. -1 composure, sucks to be poor. Was it? Oh, wow. Look at that. It's way fluffier than I was expecting it to be. Is it the same? I never actually put on the Mesk Banger's scarf. Did I? Yeah, it's exactly the same model. Look at that. Do I have any thoughts about wearing this thing? I don't have any thoughts about wearing this thing. Do I have any thoughts about wearing this thing? I don't. Well, all right. I'm putting back on my Terratorn pin then. And I should also change back into my other clothes, so hang on. We're leaning into the shivers. That's what we're doing. Okay. What do you want? Rest in the flak tower. Your damaged physique has earned its rest, no matter what thoughts and dreams it may bring. Okay. My brain is encouraging me to take advantage of that. By which I mean the in-game brain, you know. So maybe I should do that before going downstairs. I'm worried that someone will show up while I'm out, but maybe that's not what's going to happen here. Maybe it's not that simple. What's this? You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. Oh, it's a rangefinder, not a gun. Okay. Got it. Okay. All right. Then maybe we go ahead and take a nap. I have concerns about this. A lot can happen in an hour, as I'm well aware. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
The greasy old spring mattress.
The offer still stands. Take it. You don't look so good.
He says, looking out the pillbox window.
The bed is quite inviting, all things considered. It's much warmer inside than out there.
Okay. Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour. Go to sleep. I really hope I don't set events in motion by doing this.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Continue.
You didn't realize how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed.
Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening.
No, it can't be. Kim would have woken me up after an hour, right? Did something happen to Kim?
Sleep.
Kim's not here. Maybe this is a dream. Either this is a dream, and it's, or Kim is missing, and it's not telling me what time it is because I don't know. And I can't access my menus. Okay. Okay. What's this? The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Okay. Okay. I hope he's okay. Really and genuinely I do. I also wish I had gone down here and looked at that before I took a nap. Why am I lost? This is a one-way path. Is there another door out? I came from this way, didn't I? Okay. I guess I have to go down this way. Hopefully there's another door or something? There's a door here. The door is still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. Okay. I didn't check out the lower level at all before I took that nap, and maybe I should have. It really feels like I should have now. I feel like there were some more dots here I could investigate, but I can't anymore. I am concerned about this. There's a door. Okay. I was supposed to look around more before I took the nap. Okay. I can't redirect my flashlight. What's going on? Okay, now I can redirect my flashlight. I'm just following this track. Where's Kim? Okay. That looks like a driftwood shadow. I can't seem to cross to the left. Maybe I can go to the right? Let's try going to the right. What's this? Go down the chain. Down to the chain. There's something there. The chain? Where we first came in? Why can't I go back that way anyway? Let's try going this way. I can't even click on it. Down to the chain. Okay. Let's just go over this way. I'm going to allow myself to run. What chain? What chain? I haven't been out here. I don't know what you're talking about when you say the chain. But clearly I was supposed to have been out here. That chain. Walk into the water now. Walk into the water now? What do you mean walk into the water now? There's a dot out there. I can look at it. You see her footprints on the water. Harry, you're dreaming. Don't... What? But... On the water. I am walking on the water. I'm on this what? Surface of the water. Further. Okay. Following this oil slick into... That's my ex-wife. This is a dream. Okay, it's a dream. Okay.
Dolores Day.
What?
The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry.
What are you doing here? I have some figurines for you. Continue.
Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife.
Uh-huh.
You need to talk to her. Think of the historical knowledge you could glean.
Well, we'll see if the rest of my brain gets in the way of that. Continue.
I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing here? Something seems off.
You could say that. Continue.
Very off. Just let her go. Listen to me for once.
That's a very difficult volition check I just succeeded. So I'm going to take volition damage if I talk to her. But... What do we have here? Hey. Or rather, hey, something is off. Where are you going? What's in the bag? Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown. It's not your wife. Go. Goodbye. I can't just skip the scene. Yeah, it would be better for my morale, I'm sure, but something is off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag.
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
Right. You don't have time to tend to my emotions?
She sighs and looks over her shoulder.
I didn't say hello. Should I do it now, since apparently we're having a conversation?
Hey.
Hey, that's all I get. Smile. How are you doing? I'm sorry I shouldn't have bothered you. Say nothing. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, how are you doing, Harry?
She nods hastily. I'm not doing very well. I'm dying in a ruined flak tower. Blood is dripping down my chest. I'm in my head. I miss you. This is technically true. I'm not dying. I'm in pains, yes, but I'm not dying. This is... It's technically true.
Well, I'm in my head too. We're all in our heads.
Do you miss me there? Okay, I'll go back into mine then. You're definitely my ex-wife, though, huh? Despite the fact that you're Dolores Day. This is the same voice that was on the phone, isn't it? It's gonna hurt if I ask this. Of course she doesn't. She has a new life now. I made nothing but difficulty for her towards the end, it seems. This seems like a conversation ender, though. But there's no point. It's just gonna hurt if I do. But I don't want her to leave. I have to give her some action figures or something. It also seems sulky, you know? But sulky is better than clingy, kind of?
She doesn't reply. You're back in your head. There's silence.
Continue.
Desperation is gearing up.
Success. Desperation is gearing up, huh? Continue.
This is everything I always warned you about.
I suppose that's true. Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there, in Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
1 million kilometers? I don't know kilometers well enough to... Sorry about bumping the microphone. I don't know kilometers well enough to know how realistic a distance that is, but I'm guessing it's very, very far. I have it in my brain that the circumference of the Earth is 20,000 miles, and a mile is... How many kilometers? Like 3? So way, way further than the circumference of the Earth. What's in the bag?
Just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Even you don't know who you are. Crown of immortality. Aren't you already wearing one? Cool. She does appear to be wearing a crown. Eh?
Oh, this.
She corrects the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
Okay, continue.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say. Then, over her shoulder,
You are both my ex-wife and Dolores Day at the same time. Because my brain is a little messed up. Continue. Anyway. I haven't had the opportunity to give her the action figures. The only further option I have left here is, can you stay for a moment for a massive epic showdown? It's gonna hurt. But the only other option is to just leave.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really.
She shakes her head sadly and then looks at you plaintively. Continue.
We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us. Our love. Our unborn daughters.
Unborn daughters? Did we try to have kids and fail? Continue.
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
This sure is my dream, huh? Continue.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now.
Fair, savoir-faire, okay. But that's not a very good way for things to be. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day. I know you still love me, kiss her. I've taken responsibility for my actions now. I'm a new man, weighty and normal. I bought you this figurine of a headless fallen rider. Give it to her. But you said I have a vast soul and you will always come back to it. That was the vast soul thing. Mass murderer. You're not even human. Don't go. Okay. Let's see here. Where do we even go with this? Okay. That is not a very good way for things to be.
It's not. But
He looks at her feet. Little golden sandals cover her toes. But what? Tell me there's something good. That's it? I have some other questions for you. Is there something good?
I don't know why I said but. There is no but.
There is no but. That's it?
That's it, yes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it. Just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again.
She looks up from her toes. Continue.
Where in hell?
I mean, according to what she's saying, yeah, basically, but continue.
Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
Volition is arguing with rhetoric directly. Good for me where? In fucking hell? I'm not getting over it at all. You're right. I don't even remember who you are anymore. Haha, maybe. I think I've reached the end of the investigation. I'm going to try and stay calm. Because this is... I mean, admittedly, I'm not really getting over it at all, but I'm also not letting myself get over it at all. This is just getting angry. This is just getting manic. We'll go with him with maybe.
See? It just takes some time. For you, I think it'll take something like 20 years, maybe. It was hard for me, too. I used to think I couldn't live without you.
Her eyes widen, and she looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green. Continue.
But I can.
20 years, that's so much time. So you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me? It doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again? Okay, then. Super okay. I still have other things I need to know. Withdraw. 20 years is a long time?
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe 2. Phew.
She smiles and wipes her brow in relief. Again, this sure is my dream. I guess we can pursue it, but it's probably just gonna hurt.
Yes. But that time is gone now. So very gone.
It definitely is. Do we proceed or do we withdraw? We can't try again. She has a new life. There's no point in pursuing it. It's just going to hurt. I'd want to pursue as much of this conversation as I can, but this is not going to work. Of course, sometimes you just need the other person to shut you down, but I'm guessing at this point he's been shut down many times, and it's still just not taking. I'm going to withdraw. I'm going to withdraw.
What other things? We've been through all the things, Harry.
I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Day.
I don't know what you mean. Dolores Day?
She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the X something. You're a point to your head. The morning. I've heard you before. You're the voice on the phone. You're just an evil ape. We're all just evil apes. On second thought, you're Dolores Day, Queen Regnant of the territories of Mundi and Insulinda, and nothing else. I'm going to say that you're the morning.
The morning? I don't understand.
No, I meant mourning. I'm grieving, but you're not even dead. It's probably better that you don't. I mean, this is what I meant.
Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the morning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, continue.
I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old, I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn.
She breathes out, and it sounds more angry than a sigh. She's 32. This seems to me like this is a conversation we had years ago, being transmogrified into my current dream, basically. She is the voice on the phone.
Oh, Harry, you shouldn't have done that.
You're probably right. She shakes her head very slowly, her white hair brushing her shoulders. Do what?
Call me like that.
It wasn't me. It was my hand. Raise your right hand. My fingers called you. Let's talk about something else. It was me. I did do it. You can't just blame it on your hand and think that's realistic in any way. But going in with this is probably just going to hurt also. I don't even know what to do. Let's talk about something else.
There is nothing else.
Next something?
Wasn't I Dolores Day just a second ago? Now I'm the X thing? You're confusing me. Look, I have to be at the Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch.
I don't even know what time it is. Continue.
I haven't even bought the tickets yet.
She keeps glancing over her shoulder nervously. I swear you said that you did. Continue.
We all told you. Everyone warned you.
Who, everyone? Shut up, I'm talking to her. Who everyone?
Everyone.
Hi.
Literally all of you.
I should have stayed down. I should have gone deeper to a place where I never met you, because it's impossible to meet people in the abyss of the void. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. These are both very unhealthy. I'm going to say this, but I'm not sure that I am.
I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me on the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite.
Cool, your friends. Say hi to your friends for me then. But with asterisks around friends suggesting we're saying it sarcastically. This is so grotesque. Say nothing, just look at her.
She does not look back. Instead, eyes her fingernails. They're bitten frayed. The evening wind blows in. The gown wraps around her like a white flag.
There is nothing to be gained by claiming that we're all just evil apes at the moment, so I'm just going to go ahead and say you're Dolores Day.
Yes, Harry. I am. Things have gotten much better for me, now that I am the ruler of the known world. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry.
She pulls up the silvery sleeve of her gown to check the time.
A tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrists.
Bony little wrists. Well, if she's going to leave at some point, then why don't we just give her the friggin' figurines like my brain said to do? Here you go, I bought you a headless Fallen Rider.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. I don't want it.
I thought you liked figurines. I thought the figurines were for getting you back. Okay. Okay.
Please don't give me any gifts.
She looks at the airport bag, then at you. Oh, man. This is nothing good that's going to come from any of this, is there? I mean, I have technically taken responsibility for my actions now. I don't know if it's relevant at all to you. Probably not. You're done, and you should be done, but let's go ahead and say it.
She doesn't know what to say.
I'm so fucking normal right now.
Yes, okay. I'm glad.
I mean, I'm a moralist. The other moralists almost took me away on their ship, on their airship. I'm not a broken, insane man who can't live without you. I know I made mistakes, and I've taken full responsibility for all of them. So you can live with me again if you want to. I'm better now. You're right, I'm not normal, I'm shit. Those are my options. I can only say this because I did almost get abducted. It's not healthy. But this isn't healthy either. So I'm gonna say the one that I earned, I guess.
It doesn't sound like you're better at all, Harry. It doesn't even sound like you're a moralist. It just sounds like you want to win me back or something. I don't want you to try that anymore, okay? It's too sad. I need to go.
She spreads her arms. Continue.
Total annihilation. We got annihilated, Harry. It wasn't about responsibility at all. It was always only about you having no power at all. Over her, yourself, anything. That's why they didn't take you on that airship. You're insane without her.
Empathy. You say that was an easy success, but they didn't take me on the airship because I decided not to give up the case and abandon Kim. It's different. It's not what you're saying. Give her the friggin' figurine. Do it.
I don't want it.
Give it.
That's not what figurines do, Harry.
But then the figurines don't do anything.
She looks at the headless found rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say.
Continue.
The figurines don't do anything? Anything at all. But I thought the historic figure she had.
Reaction speed sounds so sad. She liked war games and figurines?
Yes, I thought it would be good.
Maybe this revolutionary figurine, then show it to her. Maybe you can take this little revolutionary figurine. It's got a little musket. What about dice? I had some custom dice made in this place, a Doom commercial area. Okay, I won't give you things then. What about this one?
No, please. Please don't give me anything.
How about a die?
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome.
Okay, I'll give you things then.
I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked these things a long time ago. The headless Fallen Rider especially.
It's too late.
But now, only boring hell remains.
The figurines won't wing her back. They do nothing. I just got that achievement. Her crown of hair is aglow with the red of the neon on the corner. Like this, she tramples her feet. She tramples her feet for warmth. It's getting really cold outside. And there's been no changes to this because there's not going to be any changes to this. Do I even... You vast soul?
We both said a lot of things. We were very young.
That is true.
It was her. I can feel it. I can see it in her tender long fingers, in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things.
Actually, you didn't say it. You wrote it in a letter, a handwritten letter. I kept it in my paperwork. That's where the vast soul thing was. It was in the letter in my ledger that caused me to pass out. It doesn't matter anymore. But clearly, to me, it does for some reason, and I need to work through this. Ugh.
As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters.
She brushes a strand of white hair out of her eye.
You need to recite it to her, for effect. All of it. No summaries.
I'm pretty sure that's a terrible idea, Rhetoric.
Yeah. Put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage.
Because she's technically me, right? Because this is my dream, and she's not actually here. She's in wherever it was that I called her, and continue.
She won't get hurt. She'll bend out of the way.
I have it right here. Let me refresh your memory. Let's take a pause bitterly. Trip down memory lane. Start reciting. You know what I mean. You left me a letter saying you will always come back to me, that you can't believe how happy you are with me. Summarize. This is just petty and stupid and... What am I even doing here in the first place? I'm just summarizing it. It's fine.
Okay, Harry. Okay. It was morning and you slept. The room smelled of cigarettes and Rowans. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left. It was autumn, the first one we had together. But you have to understand, It was 1,000,000 years ago. No,
She sighs. Continue.
it was 100,000,000 years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I am no longer that person. This
She points to herself.
has taken her place. It will devour you. Harry, I will eat your mind.
I would rather you didn't. Continue.
The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure, cut in black, moves below. It's still her. Her legs, her breasts, her hips.
I was cool? Can't you turn back into the person you were? I can see her in you under the gown and that wreath. There was a bow collector, a light rail, streetcar number. What now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about? Bow collector. That was cool.
The coolest. With your leather jacket and your boot-cut pants, smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day. And you were. Some of it, at least. You were my first. My first kiss. My first time to have sex.
She closes her eyes. Continue.
The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me. It's a fact. But that is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore.
A ticket stub.
Yes, let's talk about that too. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin, the day we went east of the river, to the aquarium first, I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face, the octopuses.
She nods.
It was just a day then, but to think. Were we there now, you could touch my hair, kiss me, talk to me about anything, go virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret.
She shakes her head. I mean, part of that is because you're not actually here and we're not actually interacting, and this is me just dredging up the past because I cannot let it go. This thing here, not only can she not turn back into the person she was, but also that's just being friggin' creepy. Let's talk about the bow collector.
42. That is the light rail that took me to Coron, to school and work. Every morning. It's the same stop I met you at, Harry. 100,000 million years ago.
It's getting longer every time, huh? Continue.
No human being should still remember the position of atoms such eons ago. It must feel unnaturally sad. A sadness so ancient, it is shared even by archaebacteria.
I sure am deep in my own head, huh? This is just being creepo, but maybe it is worth hearing it from her that she can't. It might just be asking for pain, but maybe Harry needs to hear it again.
And my crown of immortality? No. You scared her out of me. With your crying, the awful time we wound up having. And the cheap rental flats you could afford.
She shakes her head and stops in the middle there. Continue.
Can't you see? I can never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people.
This is the self-loathing, yes? This is what I'm convinced is true. Unless she said this to me, I don't know. Continue.
A cheap rental with mold on the walls and the tap dripping.
Cheap flats, so the rich man took you from me. It won't help anyway. It won't help anyway, but...
Yes, I have found someone. For whom I can feel the same. A copy of my love for you, only this time he is careful and rich. He will not lose me. It will go somewhere, it will grow.
Continue.
Your heart burns. Through the blackness, you feel the trickle of blood on the mattress below you.
Okay, continue.
Harry, do you notice how none of this is very funny?
No, this is very funny. Ha ha ha. Yes, you are the least funny part about me. What did you mean by grow? This is the least funny part about me, yes?
I hate being that. I don't want to be anything for you. I hope the decades it takes for you to get over me have already passed.
At least one has, I think. So what now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about?
Is there really anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we have already talked about. Talk about it again. If you do not feel like doing that, then you should let me go to the aerodrome.
She looks over her shoulder. Continue.
Don't let her. Don't let her go there. You should redo the topics. Go over everything. The things you didn't say before, too. Make it go on and on.
That's an extremely unhealthy success I just had. Mass murderer, you're not even human, don't go. These are things referring to Dolores Day. And they're not going to help with the situation whatsoever. But then this is also not going to help with the situation whatsoever, but I'm pretty sure that this conversation isn't going to end at this point until I do this. So let's just go with don't go and see if it gets me out of here without that.
I have to, Harry. Really, I've already missed the 8:30. I'm gonna go now.
Her fingers wrap around the bag handle.
Lies, sire. She cannot but love you. She has said so 100 times.
That doesn't help anything right now, drama. Wait, can't we sit down and have a coffee first? There's a cafeteria on the corner point east. Hold on. What is there to do in Morova? You don't want me to let you go. Not really. You asked me not to. Okay, I understand. Nod silently, like a martyr. It's not my business, but what's going on in Morova?
Light, life, culture. It's so much better than here. Everything here reminds me of you, and the horrible times we had. The nights we stayed up fighting for our dying love.
Right, continue.
I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. I want to be a good person again. Not this. Not what you made me into.
What I made you into. Again, you have to remember, this is what my brain perceives as she must be thinking. So I assume that because of the disaster I intrinsically changed her, because at one point she loved me. And it's not that I changed and she can't love me anymore. It's that I changed what she is, and now she needs to change into something else to get back from... Oh, boy. No, she can't sit down and have a coffee first. She's got a thing to catch, even though this is a dream and time doesn't matter. She does want you to let her go. It doesn't matter how many times I repeat these things. Nothing is going to come of all this. Guess we'll just be dramatic about it. It's fine.
No, you don't. You're just being a martyr. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight.
She turns. No. Will we ever see each other again? I don't think we will.
I won't see you, but you will see me.
How does that work? How can that be?
Oh, Harry. This is a dream.
Oh, right.
Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long ago this happened?
She looks
A
around.
year? 2? 5 years ago?
More than that, I think. How will I see you again, then?
Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening.
Oh, no.
3 times a week, at least. And Harry, it really, really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental.
So it's like a lucid dream, but the other elements of my dream are recognizing that they're a dream rather than me. Continue.
I'm suffocatingly beautiful. And young. And I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum. Like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness. After leaving you the first time. So long ago.
But this is intolerably bad. I like this. I don't think you do, Harry.
Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death, or war, or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry.
Continue.
See you tomorrow.
Hi, Kim. Man, I entered dream sleep really quickly.
You're up quick. How was your sleep?
Let's solve the fucking case. My sleep was deep and invigorating. Try to cover up the blood seeping out with your hands. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim. Swallow the blood and conclude. Let's comb the entire island, centimeter by centimeter. That is the next step in the task chain. Just spit out the blood and get back to work. You're badass like that. I'm not going to lie and cover it up to Kim. It was not good.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Was it a job dream?
No, an ex-wife dream. Yeah, about the job. Fuck it. It was an ex-wife dream, Kim.
The lieutenant nods solemnly.
Continue.
I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome.
It can. Why am I back on this menu? Because the conclude option I haven't taken yet. Well, in that case, why don't we solve the fucking case?
Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around and you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound.
I don't think that I am quite that badass, to be honest. Like, I'm doing okay. I'm doing better than I could, but I think the next thing to do is just this, right? Wait, is there any point in skipping some of these options? Should I just be saying everything? It was deep, and it was invigorating sleep in a sense.
Of course. I was just thinking maybe you've torn your stitches. Are you ready to move on?
Swallow the blood or spit it out. Swallow it or spit it out. Does it matter? Why am I thinking so hard about this? Doesn't matter, does it? This is the only conclude option. I'm kind of curious what happens if you try and do this. I feel like I'm probably going to try really hard to be badass and take physical damage for it. But I have drugs for that. Let's do it.
Okay.
He replies simply. Okay, continue.
He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep.
He probably should be. And... okay. Well, this is now one of the longest episodes this series has ever had. I probably should have thought real hard before I took a nap in the middle of this investigation. Also, only about an hour has passed. So, Kim was good about it. He did wake me up after an hour. That's good. That's good. So I guess we'll get back to investigating this island next time. But hey, I gave her the action figures. I got one of the tasks out of my task list. Only 2 more tasks left in this list that I intend to do. And I guess we'll start working on them again next time. So thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.